Jeremiah 1 verse 5 says, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet to the nation." These words hold true for me. In the moments I was conceived by my parents in the small district of Prestonland, Bonnygate, St. Mary, Besses Parish, the enemy also knew the plans that God had for me and my call to the nation. And so it began a journey on a road that was filled with many stops, bumps, bruises, and all these things. The beginning of these obstacles came in so many different forms. Firstly, at the age of 8, when I was repeatedly molested by not one, but 2 family members, I was constantly threatened not to open my mouth, but to keep our secrets. I sought solace from my maternal unit, but was met with more rejection and more sexual abuse, but this time it was different. It was different in the fact that females were now tearing away at the fabric of my womanhood. So not only men molest, but women do these things as well. Living with my dad at the age of 12 was no different, as now I was being touched and pulled in every way by neighbors and stepbrothers. Even my best friend's father was in on it. When the drama got too much, I tried to end it all. I tried to take my life on several occasions. Instead of things getting better, it got worse. From being homeless and living on the streets of Kingston, to sleeping on the floors in Waterhouse, to getting raped at a young age at 15, not having any support for myself or the baby I was carrying. I had to turn to washing people's clothes at and being 7, 8, and 9 months pregnant, to going back to St. Mary and having 2 more babies, to falling for a man who was pounding me mercilessly. Once per week and twice on Sundays, he would hit me for no seemingly good reason. There's never any good reason to hit anybody. Amen? He tried to kill me. And then again, I tried to take my life. The too good to be true news came in the form of a newspaper ad for a masseuse in Kingston. It promised me that it was a sure job. They promised me that it was a sure job and I had the potential to make $40,000. The female who I spoke with assured me that I need not to worry as I would be trained. No experience needed. Arrangements were made concerning my children and I was off to Kingston to make enough money to take care of my kids. The job was nothing like I expected. It was nothing like they promised. My name was now changed and my documents confiscated. And I was now looking at men holding guns with threats and pulling the trigger if I did not do as I was told. Very frightening for a country girl. It was now my job to please men and women who came from all walks of society to be unfaithful to their spouses at a cost of $5,000 upwards. I was now being told what to wear, what to eat, when to eat, which is not good because I love food. You know, I was being told when to eat, what I could eat, when to sleep, when I could wake up, and even when I could see my kids. That was the worst part. And even when I did see my kids, I was accompanied by men with guns as a constant reminder of who now owned me. In the space I was in, I became a big sister to those girls who would come in from rural parishes. I soon became hooked on the volumes of money I was making, with the prospects to make more at any given day. Prices must have been going up, as 8 months in, we were told we could go or move on to another location with the person in charge. Choosing to go home, my money ran out after about 3 months. I was back on the road, and this time as a prostitute. I was now seeking a way out. I wanted to live the lifestyle of drugs, which were many, money, which were many, guns, and all forms of illicit sexual activities. Again, I was planning to end it all, and I decided to pray one more prayer. I cried from my brokenness, from my hurt, and the frustration, out of what my life was now becoming. I gave God 2 days to prove himself. I gave him 2 days to show up, or I would end it all. It took only a few hours. Amen. The Bible says that a day with God is like yesterday or something like that. I need to read my Bible. But he showed up. The man who took me from the prostitution, after a few years, also became abusive. Again, I prayed, and indeed, God was still faithful. He came through again. Romans 8:28, it is what I live by. All things work together for good to those who love the Lord and are called according to his will. Out of that relationship, I found my way, kicking, screaming, battered and bruised, but I found my way out and back to the arms of Jesus Christ, who assured me that he was always there, always watching and waiting for me to turn to him. He reminded me that she who the Son sets free is free indeed. He reminded me of Jeremiah 1 verse 5 again. He set me on a course to restoration. I am now married to a wonderful man, my husband in the back here. I wrote and published my first memoir called Restored to Beautiful. I am now a minister of the gospel. He gave me 2 major platforms to help women who themselves are on their journey. And one form of this is life coaching for abused women, and the foundation where I help women in abusive relationship and teenage mothers. All things do work together for good. As my experience as a pregnant teenage girl helped me to form my cleaning company, where I employ mostly single mothers. If you remember, I was pregnant and washing people's clothes at a young age, so God really turned that experience around for good. Brothers and sisters, let us open our eyes to the things that are happening around us. Let us show your support to Stacy and the team for what they are doing with the ladies. I have the opportunity to bring my experiences to pursue international in the form of trainer as they go out on the streets to minister to these ladies. And as they launch this week as International Sex Traffickers Week, open your eyes, look around you. The persons that would come to the brothel or to the house where we were to buy these young ladies were not ghetto people. They may be strangers to some of us now, but these are teachers, they are lawyers, they are persons in media, they are the police and the soldiers even. They are persons who you go to church with. Can you please, for this week, pay special attention to what is happening in our nation? God bless you.